there's something to be said about how impatient people are. And you might be one of those. You might be that person that just wants the results so damn quick. You just struggle with delayed gratification. The problem is truly that you want it so fast because you've probably put yourself in a position where you have to work so hard to get the result, but you have forgotten about what has happened up until this point. Up until this point, you have mistreated your body. You have not dedicated yourself to a process. You have built bad habits. You have done things incorrectly. So why do you think that it's okay now for you to get it fast, right? That person that really wants it fast is the person that doesn't understand that the process is where it is at. And now, I'm not going to say that it's something that can't be done quickly, because it can. But what is your definition of quick? Because if you want something in a week, then of course it's not going to happen. If you want something in a month, maybe you've got a slightly better chance. But if you truly give yourself 1 year, just 1 year for you to fully transform, I guarantee you, you will change. People want it just too quickly, right? 1 month goes by in any journey and you kind of start to make some momentum. You feel pretty good. Month number 2 rolls around and you run into obstacles. You actually find yourself regressing a little bit and it tests you. Month number 3 rolls around and you think, okay, it's okay, I've gotten through the hard part, but you haven't. Once you get to month 4, you'll probably find yourself at a point where you're like, okay, I've regained my momentum. I had it in month 1. I'm now regaining it again in month 4. Month 5 rolls around and you have built some really steady habits. Like you feel like you're underway. Month 6 comes around and you're like, I don't feel like I'm the same person. I'm not the same person as who I was 6 months ago. And you aren't. But you also are very aware of all the weaknesses that you have. Month 7 rolls around and you are like, okay, I'm getting like this end in sight, like this clear vision of what it is that I want, who it is that I want to be, all of this. Month 8 rolls around and you are now on your drive. You are probably very driven on where you want to be and what it's going to take to get there. You've already established a lot of time, right? 8 months by this point, and you are on the path. Month 9 rolls around and you probably regress again because you're asking yourself, well, I've put in all of this work and I'm not where I want to be. Well, it's because you're still not there. Month 10 rolls around and you also are at this point where you are like, okay, I feel so damn close to where I want to be. It's like you can see it. You can see the end in sight. Let's call it that. Month 11 rolls around and you are just completely starting to think about the newest and highest version of yourself. In other words, you're probably going to start to think about new goals. You're probably going to start to think about like, what's next for me? Because you've established so much at this point. And month 12 rolls around and guess what? You're already starting to think about the next 12-month journey. That's where you're going to be. But remember, that first 6 months is really the most challenging because it probably took you 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, honestly, sometimes 5 years of being so undisciplined, right? Being uncommitted, not being consistent. All of those months, those days, those weeks, everything that you were doing wrong was built over time, but you didn't notice it because you weren't aware of it. Now that you're aware of what you're doing, now that you're aware of the changes that you're making and you're aware of the time that's going by, you're basically tracking it. And as you're tracking the time that's going by, you're probably not liking how slow it's going. But anyone that is impatient with the results, I guarantee you will always lose. You have to be willing to be patient. It's truly one of the best virtues. And if you don't have it, you will be tested time and time again until you have it, until you're actually mastering it. And that's why it's so important. So I like to tell people, well, be impatient with your actions and be patient with your results so that they show, so that you're less focused on the time going by and you're more focused on what you can do. Because when you are focused on what's in your control, then things start to work out for you. So it doesn't matter what journey you're on, whether it's fitness journey, financial journey, career journey, relationship journey, doesn't matter. You will always face the same concepts. This doesn't change no matter what. And I think so many of us, we get so caught up in our mindset. We get so caught up in this mentality where we're just caught. We're starting to struggle, right? with the idea of, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? I've been here before. Why can't I do it this time? You're just not the same. So when you combine impatience with comparison, you're destined for failure. Like, you cannot allow yourself to go there. That's why I want to encourage you to bring some awareness to this. And in the moment that you're impatient, just dive deep into that. Go, why am I impatient? Why do I want it so fast? What is it going to do for me? How is that going to serve me? How is it going to serve anyone around me? Just start to ask yourself these questions, right? And then what you'll do is you'll probably start to kind of talk yourself away from that, because there's truly nothing you can do about it, right? There's not really any other steps you can take, especially if you are already taking the steps. And if you're listening to this and you're wanting to be super, super motivated by it, maybe there's not too much motivation in this, because I'm not trying to give you some bullshit reasoning or some bullshit pathway or even some bullshit motivation to make sure you keep going. What I'm trying to do is get you to understand that in your journey, you're going to come to so many stopping points. You're going to come to a lot of crossroads. And in these crossroads, you get to decide. Do I pause? Do I stop? Do I regress? Do I quit? Or do I just kind of go through the rockiest part right now? Do I go through the obstacle, not quit, and keep moving forward? This is why when I work with people, one of the biggest things that I tackle through their mindset is when they get to the struggle, right? Like, yes, I'll clap for people when they get wins because I love it. I love cheering them on. But that's not the point. The point is when you come to these struggles where we can build strength, because the person is weak. Truly, like, the clients are weak in this moment of struggle. And so my support and my understanding and my coaching comes in hard. And it comes in to try and get someone to fight through that struggle. Some people quit, don't get me wrong. The weak ones truly quit, and they just truly quit, and it tells me everything about the person, because how someone leaves tells you everything about them. But the ones that are truly willing to put in the work and go, you know what? I know I got to just dig deeper. I know I got to work harder. I know I got to do the work. Those are the ones that really come through, and they're a completely different person. That's why when I do work with people, it's not for a short amount of time. Like, you can see all these influencers and fitness coaches out there, if that's what they want to call themselves, and they're like, yeah, I can get you to where you want to be in 6 weeks' time. Like, no, you cannot. You cannot get anyone anywhere in 6 weeks' time. It's never going to happen, because everybody that wants to get somewhere knows that it's going to take at least 6 months, And this is what makes it so profound, because sometimes the longer something takes, the more worthwhile it is, because it becomes instilled. And when it's instilled in you, it becomes your character, it becomes your lifestyle. It actually becomes you, which is really cool, because then you start to go, whoa, why haven't I ever done this before? Why haven't I ever been here before? Well, you weren't ready for it. And you don't beat yourself up because you weren't there before. What you do is you allow yourself to move into that version of you that you've always wanted to be. So right now what I did is I created a program called the Built Program. And what's cool about this program is it gets someone to truly tap into their mindset, tap into their mentality, and tap into a place that they haven't before. You know, you're going to get asked a lot of hard questions, because that's the whole point. The whole point is to get you to tap into different areas of your mindset that you don't allow yourself to, or that you're not even aware about. So once we do that, we can really kind of factor in, where does the nutrition piece need to be? Where does the training piece need to be? Honestly, where is your head and your body, and how can we fully align that? That's why I created it. Now, I only allow a certain amount of people to come into this community, come into this program, because for me, it's all about getting specific people to where they want to be, right? So if you are a business owner, if you are a leader, if you are someone that has high stress, you have a lot of responsibilities, you're probably a good fit for this. Now, if you're still on a journey and you're still kind of working your way up, that's cool as well. Stay there, keep doing what you're doing. But if you feel like you are truly ready for this, this is the time. So right now, while I'm actually recording this, it would have been yesterday when I post this. So it's going to be Wednesday that I'm recording this, and it's going to be Thursday, which is going to be today when you actually listen to this. The intake's open for 48 hours. What you can do, if you would like to know more about this, is you can go to my website, which is snajv.com, and tap the coaching, and you're going to fill out an application. If you want to have access to the coaching program, to the built program, you're going to fill out an application. Tell me where you're at. Tell me your struggles so I can know where you're at, so I can even see, one, that we are a good fit, and two, if this program would be a good fit for you. So those are the two requirements that I really want to make sure work, because for me, it's really about making sure that it's going to be a good fit and it's going to get you to where you want to go. I've had many people that aren't a good fit. I've had people that have needed something else, and I have given them that direction, because sometimes, honestly, this isn't a good fit for everybody. Some people, yes, other people, no. It's just about where you're at in your journey and being honest with yourself about where you're at. So start to look at that. Where are you at in your journey? What do you need? And that's how you're going to know what to do next. So if you're interested, head over to that. Or what you can do is you can reach out to me on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Snezv, SNEZV. I'm like the only one there with that name, so it's kind of helpful. And reach out to me there. Just send me a direct message, and I'll reach out to you. I'll let you know what the details are, but it will close. Okay. It's going to close Friday morning. I think at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a great opportunity for you to see if this would be a good fit, and to honestly probably change your life. Finish 2024 ridiculously strong. Start 2025 ridiculously well. And then you'll be able to know what it is that you're truly capable of doing. So everything you want is on the other side of fear. Make a move, take action, because you're one decision away from a completely different life.